not ready.
Why? Why aren't you ready? Because your personal little world crumbled around your ears?
I haven't had time. I don't know what I feel. I don't know who I am.
Well, until you do, you'll remain a child.
I need time.
Allison, there isn't any. His condition is critical. He may die. Come on.
Hanley, I want to talk to you.
Rod, please. He has to drive me to...
I'll drive you just as soon as I'm finished talking to Mr. Hanley here.
There's no time to talk.
Allison, what's the matter? Is there anything I can do to help you?
Yes, would you please just drive me to the hospital and don't say anything? Just don't try and talk to me.
I'll be back.
Still deteriorating? Has the bleeding stopped yet?
No, as a matter of fact, the transfusions just barely compensate for the loss of blood.
How long do you think we can wait?
Well, I'd like to delay it as long as possible. Give him a chance to stop the bleeding by himself. He's taken an awful lot of punishment.
I don't know, Michael. There's a great deal of risk either way.
Hello, Dad.
Claire.
Dr. Rossi?
I thought you and your mother planned to do some shopping.
I got restless. I wasn't in the mood.
A woman not in the mood to squander money on clothes. Can you believe that, Michael?
Well, I think she looks fine in what she's wearing.
Am I keeping you from rounds?
Well, we were just going to look in on Elliot Carson.
How's he doing?
Oh, about the same.
Are you still putting off operating?
Well, Michael's worried. There's been a great deal of heart strain.
Isn't hypovolemic shock as great a risk as cardiac failure?
Oh, yes, it could be. I know that, Doctor.
I won't keep you any longer. I'll have a look around.
See you later, Clara.
Hello, Miss Choate.
Dr. Clare. Oh, if you're looking for your father.
No, I just saw him with Dr. Rossi. They have their heads together over the Carson case. He came in as an emergency, didn't he?
Yes, but Dr. Rossi took over.
Well, frankly, that surprises me a little. It's a difficult case, and Father is senior surgeon. No comment, Miss Choate?
Not up to me to talk about the doctors.
Oh, since when?
Well, let's just say that there are some people who know how to make the most of an opportunity.
Are you talking about Dr. Rossi?
Dr. Rossi's from New York.
New York? Oh, I'm shocked.
Now, don't think I'm prejudiced, but New Yorkers do have a different attitude.
And so do people who've lived in Peru.
$50 over 0.
He's in shock.
Well, that's it. Miss Wheeler, whole blood stat?
Yes, Doctor.
We'll have to transfuse him out of it before we can operate.
You're going ahead.
As soon as possible. There's no choice.
That doesn't seem like adequate nourishment for a hard-working young girl.
I'm not hungry.
You mind if I join you?
I was just leaving.
You hardly touched your coffee.
I'm not thirsty either.
Oh, what are you? Besides hostile.
Why should I be hostile?
I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea, but you seem to be. And that is not the sort of image we like to see in our Florence Nightingales. We'd like to see a little tenderness, a little compassion.
Sorry, I'm off duty.
Well, do I have to be sick or wounded in order to arouse the nurse in you?
I'm not in the mood for your kind of talk, Mr. Hanley.
Oblique is the word you're looking for. I imagine most people would say evasive, but oblique is a more accurate word. Or wounded. Wounded people often hide behind words.
What did you really come here to say?
How's your father? That's what I really wanted to ask.
You read the paper, you know he's in a criminal psychiatric ward. That should give you your answer.
Do they think that he will eventually respond to treatment?
They don't think so.
Then they won't send him to prison.
No, Mr. Hanley, they won't send him to prison. If he's lucky, he'll stay just where he is for the rest of his life.
Betty, I'm sorry. I really am.
You don't have to worry that he'll ever remember what happened. I don't know what you said to my father, Mr. Hanley, but whatever it was, it reached out and hurt a whole lot of people. Elliot Carson may die. And there's my mother. You should see what this has done to my mother.
Betty, your father was a sick man before this happened. I can't be held responsible for his illness.
You two, you're trying to put the pieces together. How guilty am I? That's the name of the game we're all playing.
It's a game with glass pieces.
You should have seen her, Matt. The look on her face.
Well, she had quite a shock. You have to wait till she gets over it.
But will she? Or she going to look at me like that the rest of her life. I couldn't bear it. Oh, where's she gone, Matt? Where could she go? If anything happens to Allison...
You just have to trust her.
Child.
No, Constance, she's not your child. She's a young woman, almost an adult. You have to recognize that fact. Allison won't give you any other choice.
Dr. Rossi, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yes?
Can I see Mr. Carson?
I'm afraid that's impossible, Allison. They're going to take him up in a few minutes.
Up.
Oh, well, we're going to have to do a second operation.
Well, then I have to see him.
Allison.
Oh, please, Dr. Rossi, I have to. Even if it's just for a few minutes.
Well, all right, but just for a moment. Now, he probably won't be able to talk to you. He won't be fully aware of your presence.
Is it that bad?
Well, we've got him under a lot of sedation. Room 112.
Thank you. Mr. Carson, I'll be here when you come out. Father.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I can't just wait now for things to work themselves out. I've got to do something.
Something I can help with.
This is something I have to do alone.
You want a simple answer. All right. I'll give it to you. Your father killed my sister.
Hanley!
But I also know that I had a father, a real flesh and blood father, and you took him away from me. If he dies, I'll never forgive you.